Ball Facts coming back at you again, and we gonna give you the facts. Alright, this video right here is about the Pelicans trying to recreate prime Chino Hills, because that's what they're doing. And I'm gonna go into it. Okay, so we know what Chino Hills did. It's no secret. When all three Ball brothers were on the same team, 35-0. Best team in the country. And that winning recipe revolved around three players' style of basketball. The Ball brothers. Lonzo, a fast, athletic, pass-first point guard. He could rebound. He could shoot. Yeah, he could shoot back then. Had great court vision and could push the tempo. And Lonzo still can shoot. He just needs this type of offense. So the Pelicans are putting him in his office. But back to the recipe for this winning Chino Hills. They needed that type of point guard. Next, they had LiAngelo. He was a shooting guard / power forward type of player. And he would get out on a fast break every time almost. And then he would back players down on the block for a close range shot with his size, because he was beasting dudes at that age. And then, and if he wasn't doing that, he was popping out for a three. Threes. And the third type of style player they had to run this offense, LaMelo, a shifty shooting guard, great handles. He would be the one to go bail out Lonzo if the ball ever got stagnant. He can run out there and grab it. If Jello got caught up he would be there to get the ball back. He knew how to dribble. He knew how to shoot. He was small, but he was the shifty type of guard they needed. People underestimated him. These three type of players in a fast break offense, extraordinary well. And the fast break offense is basically somebody's always leaking out. Jello sometimes wouldn't barely pass half court, if it seemed like the right decision. And by the end of the game, the other players were dead tired, because these three type of style of players who could run the entire game, Lavar didn't take them out the game. They stayed in and played all those minutes, and they were just dominating everybody. So in order for the Pelicans to recreate this winning recipe, they would need to get their hands on these type of players. So I'm going to make some comparisons and statements about how they're going about doing this. Skip Bayless called Lonzo Ball transcendent, because it really isn't another player like Lonzo in the league. LaMelo is the closest thing to Lonzo. But LaMelo is not that athletic as him. He doesn't have the same defense of him. He has crazy court vision. His passing. He can jump out of the gym. It's only one Lonzo Ball. So that was a major piece the Pelicans needed to get. Since they wanted Chino Hill style of play, they needed Lonzo. Other pieces are pretty interchangeable. They think they can get other people. So that leads me to, they need a player that's like LaMelo next. They need a shooting guard that can dribble, that can create his own shot. In comes Jrue Holiday. They already had him, but that's where they knew he would be good with Lonzo, because they knew that LaMelo was good with Lonzo. So, and he's getting better. The last 3 years, Jrue Holiday's getting better and better. He's about to be an all-star, but he has better defense than LaMelo Ball. But he don't pass the basketball as well as LaMelo Ball. But he still has good offense. So where he lacks a little bit in the passing, he makes up for it in defense. So next, they would need a LiAngelo type of player. Now, some people aren't going to agree with this, but when LiAngelo was in high school, he was basically a man amongst boys in a lot of those games. If you watched him, he'd be backing them down and strong arming them. So who do they got now? We already know. Zion Williamson. Somebody can say, oh, they're not the same player. Well, where LiAngelo lacks the hops that Zion has, Zion lacks the shot that LiAngelo has. Let's not forget that he will still give you 30 on any given night. And Zion likes to run, likes to jump, get out in open court. So he's going to bully people in the NBA the way that LiAngelo used to bully people in high school. LiAngelo, I don't think he will ever bully anybody in the NBA like he did then. It won't never happen again when he gets there. But his shot is good enough. So they kind of have a trade-off. People are going to say, you did not just compare LiAngelo Ball to Zion Williamson. Oh, yes, I did. You gotta look at the stats. And let's not forget, LaMelo went against Zion in high school. People act like, Zion is so this and LaMelo's not that. Melo is not even scared of Zion. He already went against that man head to head. So his older brother, Langelo's not tripping on that either. But so they got these three pieces, and the other pieces, they're important to have around, but they need these players, and they got the recipe to be the prime Chino Hills. The only thing they got to make sure they have, which they do have, is the coaching style. Look at what the Pelicans coach said.
I think that we're well on our way to doing that, and I think that it's going to be enjoyable to see the style of basketball that we'll play. He more than fits into it. We're going to be exciting to watch.
He's ready to have these boys running. They want that style of basketball. This is the Chino Hills of the NBA. The only thing that's different is Chino Hills defense. They had full court press defense the whole game. I don't think any NBA team can really do that the entire game because it's too easy to break free because everybody in the NBA is too talented. In high school, you can do it because you got weak players, can't get past half court, stuff like that. But everything except for defense, this will be Chino Hills of the NBA. And their GM, he's seen it, identified it, and he's going to make it happen. Lavar alluded to in the past, his boys don't need a lot of money as long as they can play together. That was true if they keep the brand, because the brand would get them paid anyway. But if they don't have the brand, maybe it won't be so true. But Jrue Holiday, if they decide to get LaMelo Ball, they can trade Jrue Holiday for some good players, some bench players, a solid bench. They can pop it with the Ball brothers, and they can have the best bench in the NBA if the Ball brothers, don't want too much money. But hey, people say that's far-fetched. A lot of things are far-fetched, and some things are just what they are. And state championship 35-0 is far-fetched, and best in the country. So why not do it again? They're still young. They could do it. So last year, the Lakers was my team. This year, everybody on Facebook trying to clown me because I'm saying Pelicans, but I tell them I'm more of a player fan than a team fan. I like players, and so I'm going with the Pelicans. I think they're going to shock the world this year. I think they're going to be top 5 in the West. A lot of teams that are really good are going to get surprised because, yeah, you're good, but these young boys that know how to run and are athletic will just beat you on their athleticism alone. By the time third quarter comes, LeBron, AD running out of gas. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's going to be, I believe. So it's going to be an interesting season to watch the Pelicans / new prime Chino Hills go at it again. We giving you straight facts up in here. I appreciate everybody coming through. I appreciate everybody that's subscribing and watching these videos and dialoguing with me. Leave a comment, even if you don't like it. Anyway, ball facts. Peace.